No, it is reality, but one thing too, I was sort of thinking as you were speaking, was when you talk about companies designing things, you've hit on a very neat thing, because what happens typically is companies are thinking price points. When they're thinking, they're not thinking a student so much or somebody starting out, they're thinking, well, okay, we got to have something that's, you know, $89 or $220. And after I did this line, there were a number of companies that, you know, either had large retail chains or catalogs or whatever, and they wanted me to do a line for them. And I'd sit down with them, and all the yellow legal pads came out, and all they wanted to talk was price point. And I said, I'm not your guy. I mean, I try to design guitars that a player would get passionate about. And I don't even, to be honest with you, because I've never given price a thought, I have to ask people, well, what's that sell for? Because I just knew that Samick, within this range, price range that they do, made great product. So if a product is inexpensive, I'm not thinking, well, you know, I've got to design this cheap guitar. I'm just thinking a real straight ahead, solid instrument that's fun to play, and how can you put this together that it just looks great? It looks like $1 million. I had the most interesting experience when I first got together with Samick on this. They made guitars for everybody, and there was some, I think, catalog house somewhere that they made product for, and they had all this really cheap hardware, and so we were together with a bunch of distributors that they had, and they had come up with a guitar that literally was a vehicle for these parts. And I had this little epiphany, because I thought, because they really designed a guitar that really looked cheap for those cheap parts. And I thought, why couldn't you make that an incredibly cool, even funky guitar, but just have this incredible kind of cool factor to it? It doesn't have to look or feel cheap. I mean, think about an acoustic top. It's making it the wrong thickness is no more or less expensive. You just make it right, you know. So anyway, I just honestly, I just think about the playing and the beauty in the piece, and I don't think price or even, well, I don't even know that I go after a particular player. I'm thinking more just a beautiful piece that fits into that sort of category.